Good morning. Long before Tesla, there used to be electric milk floats. They'd quietly deliver milk to your grandparents' house while they were asleep. Oh my God, imagine if Uber Eats or Deliveroo use those today. Introducing the new Ford E-Transit Custom. It's been designed to take on the LDV eDeliver 7, Peugeot e-Expert, and of course the Mercedes-Benz Vito Electric. Does it deliver them a 1-2 punch? Does this milk float your boat? Let's dive straight in. That's better. So, how much does the E-Transit Custom cost? Well, the Chinese mid-size van starts at around 65, the French one starts at around 80, and the German one starts at around 90. So, our money is mid-70s when it goes on sale at the end of this year. Exact pricing will be revealed closer to launch. Still, that would make the E-Transit Custom substantially cheaper than the much bigger E-Transit launched here late last year. Note too, that we're only getting the long wheelbase E-Transit Custom in standard or high roof spec for the time being. Aimed at small to medium-sized businesses, Ford's Turkish-built EV is generously equipped with adaptive cruise control, a new patented heat pump for significantly reduced battery drain, heated front seats, a reverse camera, this 13-inch touchscreen offering Ford's excellent Sync 4 multimedia system powered by a 5G modem for over-the-air software updates, Alexa assistance, and wireless Apple CarPlay/Android Auto. Plus, the E-Transit Custom has achieved a record high Euro NCAP rating for a medium-sized van. More details are outlined in the safety section later on. Now, while you can option up an outlet to power your tools, there is no bi-directional charging, so you can't power your home in a blackout with this EV. That said, the E-Transit Custom's real value is to be found in the embedded design and engineering features that distinguish this from other electric vans, maintaining a legacy of innovation that started with the original Transit way back in 1965. The UK's overall best-selling vehicle in 2021 and 2022, the regular Transit Custom is absolutely vital to Ford's health globally, and it's not about to drop the ball with this electric version. And here's why. It may look like the old Transit Custom, but the new one has been completely redesigned and rides on an all-new platform. It's 13% more slippery through the air, the wheelbase has been stretched, the front wheels are further forward to liberate more space inside, but the roof has maintained a sub 2.1 metre, so you can make underground car park clearances just as easily as before. But the best thing about this new Transit is that this floor is now lower for easier access, the apertures are wider, and, oh God, I could sleep in here. Underneath me there is a battery pack for a lower centre of gravity and an all-new independent rear suspension system, and that really pays dividends in terms of ride comfort and handling, which we'll explore a bit later on. Plus, inside, it's easy to get in. There's more room than ever. They've flattened the floor so you can go like this and get out the other side if you need to. And they've done tons of work researching potential customers and people that used to own Transits in order to make this interior the best in class. And you know what? I reckon they've succeeded. So 3 abreast seating in the E-Transit, and it's full of surprise and delight details. My favourites include this cup holder, storage here, the fact that the airbags are up here, so you've got more storage here above the regular glove box as well as the regular glove box itself. There's a fold down armrest, there's storage under here, which is good for cable karaoke, and one of my favorite things is there's this optional mobile office. So in some versions of this car, because people often work out of their vans, the steering wheel now can do this tilting thing, so you can have your laptop there, or it goes all the way back down to create a table in front of the driver, whereby you put this thing here and you can have your hamburger or tofu, banh mi, or whatever floats your boat. So it's got quite a lot of innovation in here. But having said that, Ford has also got the basics right, the time-honored things that keep people coming back to transit. So supportive driver's seat. Of course, there's ample storage underneath these seats. There's a bit here for your phone. Ford has also put USB ports, both C and A varieties, near shelving, so there's there are fewer cables, yeah, it's got the grab handles and the lighting and the general ambience of something fresh and modern. A large standard touchscreen that is extremely intuitive to use. I jumped in this car and I could find my way through the audio system and the Bluetooth and the wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, all that stuff. It just comes naturally. And of course, there is a digital instrumentation that in this particular model, the e-Transit that we have, the e-Transit Sport, you can configure the instrumentation. Ventilation is excellent. Vision out is good. And what I will do is, if you move back a bit, cameraman, I can just easily get out this way. Now, there are safety systems that will alert me if there's a cyclist coming through or that sort of thing, so I don't door them. And there you go, a very thought out interior. Right, in Europe, there are 3 powertrain choices in Transit Custom. There's the regular diesel, the new plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, which we probably won't get for the time being, and of course, the e-Transit Custom that you see here. We get the big block version, which actually has the same torque outputs and a lot more power than the regular one. Sometimes you drive a new car and you think, gee, I reckon I'm going to like it, or it's going to be very disappointing. I'm not looking forward to it at all. I've got to say, my short stint behind the wheel of the new Ford e-Transit has absolutely blown my mind. I cannot believe how good this car is from a driving perspective, and it all makes sense when you know that Ford has stiffened the body and made it more aerodynamic, and they've fitted an independent rear suspension system to an all-new platform. And of course, that's what they've done here, and the result, I'm sorry, but it's electrifying. So, okay. I'm driving the 160 kilowatt version, which is the one that we're initially getting in Australia, and possibly the only one we'll get in Australia for the time being. And it is absolutely effortless. It leaps off the line, it powers through, and if I don't get a speeding ticket driving this, I'll be shocked. But it's much more than that, because you can anyone can make a van quick, but can you make it smooth, and can you make it ride well, and can you make the steering feel like it is like you're connected to the front wheels? And the answer to all those is yes, yes, yes. The Transits have always been great to drive, and this has got really linear steering that you feel connected to, you feel part of the driving experience. Driving it over some mountainous roads earlier today, it felt controlled and confident, and it was responsive and absolutely sharp as. Now, you know what's not sharp? The ride. This has got some ballast in the back, so to emulate a load, so that probably helps its ride comfort, but it's comfortable. It's not drony, it doesn't boom rather, it just feels refined. I like the regenerative braking. It slows you down when you need it, and you can switch it on and off, and there's a power mode, so it just becomes a little bit more responsive when you need it to, and there's also an eco mode as well. If I have to criticize anything, I've got to say that I would probably like a little bit more one pedal stopping. It does come to a halt eventually, but it's not quite as like, it's not full one pedal driving. But I don't know, other than that, it's very difficult to fault. Now, of course, we have to get this back on Australian roads, to make a final definitive assessment. But as it stands, in terms of driver appeal, ride comfort, and manoeuvrability, because this is really easy to park as well, I think this is absolutely on brand for a Transit, and but it pushes the boundaries out for medium-sized vans as well. In fact, I'd go as far as saying as this might be the best van I've ever driven. The greatest electric van of all time, or at least until now, is built by Ford, and it will be available in Australia at the end of the year. I can't wait to drive on Aussie roads, and you should definitely consider it if you're wealthy enough and resourced enough to get into one of these. Mated to a large battery pack sharing tech with a Ford F-150 Lightning truck, the electric motor delivers 160 kilowatts of power and 415 newton meters of torque to the rear wheels via a single-speed auto. As usual, Eco, Normal and Sport modes are included to suit the driver's mood, though top speed is limited to 133 kilometers per hour. A semi-trailing arm, independent rear suspension system from the larger e-Transit van helps keep all that torquey performance in check. So much for speed. Ford has yet to publish Australian consumption results, but the trip computer in our e-Transit Custom Sport test vehicle read 21.6 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometres, which is about on the money for this size of electric van. With a 64 kilowatt hour nickel cobalt manganese battery pack that's shrink wrapped low down under the load area to help achieve that low floor, the WLTP range figure is 308 kilometres. Ford reckons that's roughly 4 times the average daily mileage for van users in Europe. Brake-by-wire regenerative braking tech allows for one-pedal braking, which in turn helps recharge the battery pack. If you lash out for the big 11 kilowatt wall box accessory, the standard 11 kilowatt AC onboard charger allows for a full overnight top-up. As the e-Transit Custom has a 124 kilowatt DC fast charger, a high capacity station can replenish that battery from 10 to 80% full in under 45 minutes. Euro NCAP has awarded the Transit Custom range a 5-star platinum rating, a best-in-class result thanks to a full suite of driver assist safety, including AEB, lane keep systems, adaptive cruise control, and blind spot warning with exit warning alert. Be sure to read my eTransit custom review at carsguide.com.au for full safety details. As with most Fords, a 5-year unlimited kilometre warranty with a conditional 7 years of roadside assistance is anticipated. All high voltage components, including the battery, are subject to an 8-year, 160,000 kilometre warranty. With dramatically fewer moving parts, Ford reckons EV operating costs can be reduced by up to 40% compared to the diesel-powered Transit Custom equivalent, aided by service intervals pegged at every 2 years. That's pretty handy for time-poor operators. All that information and more will drop closer to the EV's launch later on this year. Wow, this is state-of-the-art electric van engineering with sporty handling and excellent ride, yet it maintains all of the usual Transit attributes. I reckon that this glorified milk float from Ford is the Tesla of EV vans. The only thing remains is what the pricing will be and how it drives on Australian roads, and we'll have the answers to those at the end of this year. Don't forget, you can read the full review at carsguide.com.au, and as always, thanks for watching.